The station and the memory are linked strongly together by the poetry, symbols. The station became the symbol of departure and waiting.
The station is a place of departure and arrival, gathering and separation. Lots of people go there. The station often represents or symbolizes separation and departure, but also waiting. In this place, people have met and people have separated. The station is memory. It is the past. It is departure. It is one of the pages of every traveler and any wait. The poet says, "Station night, waiting for you. I ended my life waiting for you. I became the companion of the night of the station, hoping a train bring you back." Jane Dormison sums up life in one sentence: a train on which we board, but whose destination we do not know. And the poet Jacob Prévert says, "Time misleads us. Time embraces us. Time is a station for us. Time is a train for us." The poet Muzaffar al-Nawwab wrote a beautiful poem dealing with the theme of the station and waiting. He talks about a person waiting at the station, a station attendant, a ticket seller who continues to distribute tickets to passengers while waiting. Suddenly, he decides not to wait any longer, to give up this absurd wait, and he leaves the station while completely turning this page of his life. In the sense that he finally appealed to the spirit and decided to leave the station and stop waiting. But more than that, even if his beloved came back, he would pretend not to recognize her, and he would ask his heart not to be confused if she appeared and his color doesn't change in front of her. In the sense that he finally appealed to the spirit and decided to leave the station and stop waiting. But more than that, even if his beloved came back, he would pretend not to recognize her, and he would ask his heart not to be confused if she appeared, and his color should not change in front of her. And if his heart would cry, he would cry alone. He said to his heart, "If anyone asks for my news, tell her he is gone." His poem says, "You and your tickets, who do you sell tickets to? You run to carry the luggage. And your grief, who is it for? For people who don't have moon? For people who don't deserve a spoonful of sugar?" People said goodbye to other people. A child yawns, a green umbrella. He runs away with you. And the one you loved, she forget you. For years, she forget your name on the station. She made your tears a river. She should come back tomorrow. Pretend not to see her. She must not feel that you remember her. You have to keep your cool. For once, make her the station and you travel. You, the fumes, your patience and the rain. I know you want to cry, but my heart cries all alone. Me, I am silent. But my great heart, swear to me, don't be disturbed seeing her again. Greet her in haste. What if she asked you where the ticket agent is? Tell her he is gone. The station is the memory. It is the place of separation. And sometimes this memory remains awake to become a beautiful perfume with which we perfume ourselves. We smell it and it embellishes our days. Memory sometimes becomes a healed wind which hurts as when bumped. But among them, there are those who remain captive to this memory and in this waiting, and those who by force of waiting turn into a station. There are those who try to break the handcuffs and get out and free themselves, break the chains, especially when the memory becomes heavier than the prison chains, even if they are beautiful, because they remain attached to the person as chains that hinder his movement. So the protagonist of the poet decides to break them and abandons this weight and this memory, and lives his reality, jumps the high walls of memory to return to his life, his problems, and even his ambitions. According to the poet, reason must be stronger than emotion. Reason is the judge, and this reason is stronger than feeling. So in order for one to survive, one should be strong. Success is not easy, especially with the feelings that accompany us and obscure or obstruct our vision. With a strong will, the poet was able to overthrow the image and make his beloved the station, and that he is who travels. Memories are porcupines. To hell with them. Stay away from them. They make you unhappy. They ruin your work. They make you cry, as wise man said. Likewise, Marquise, who believes that memories are only the events that are remembered. The happy one who lives in good health with a weak memory, as if the station itself is suffering from oblivion. Its visitors are few in number these days. There is no one, and perhaps it heard the words of the poet and decided to travel itself. This station has known many paradoxes and events, emotions, tears and laughter. And among these paradoxes, purely military, from here, from the nearby station of Kazimiya, the retreating Ottoman army from the Battle of Baghdad rode ahead of the advanced English army, which couldn't catch up with it in Baghdad. So let's leave the station before failing into the strengths of its memory. The station is memory. Let's leave it and live our reality and life. Let us live oblivion, because in this equation it becomes freedom. The subject of memory remains a long subject. This is perhaps one of the basics of life. It is best to treat it wisely. Despite everything the poet or Garcia and the others have said, I come to this station from time to time to experience what the ticket seller experienced. The station remains a beautiful place to visit, to rejoice in the beautiful moments of the past, with the minutes, with the seconds, with all these beautiful experiences that we have had. Memories are our personal history, and when they come together socially, they become the history of society. Memory sometimes brings us happiness. It is even a motivation to succeed, or one of the lessons we have learned. The station remains our memory, our beautiful place, and frankly, I'm not ready to give up my memories. Yes, I treat them with moderation, even with caution, because memory might engulf us, but abandoning them altogether is exaggerated. Let's leave the station and leave it and dive into our daily lives. Our problems are enough to make us forget them. As for the memories, let us leave them at the station with the memories of all those who lived through the wait, with all those who decided to leave. So let's leave its turmoil, the fumes of the trains, their perfume, their smell, and be aware of it, because memory could swallow us up and we simply become the ticket sellers of a forgotten station, drowned into his memories. Thank you.